Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning for November 4th, our 10 a.m. council meeting. Today, all council members are present. Our invocation will be led by Madam Secretary Amanda Mueller, and our pledges will be led by Councilman Aaron Styron. If we'd all please stand, and gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Our most gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for another day that you've given us. I pray this morning that you watch over our council members, city staff, first responders, and citizens. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion and do what would please you and would benefit those who live and work for the city of Pasadena. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the pledges. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Councilman Styron.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, Keller Middle School, for being here and witnessing the city council ceremony today, meeting we have this morning. Just a few events. Taste of the Town is this Thursday, starting at, I believe, 5 o'clock at the convention center. We'd like to see all y'all out there. I know I will be there along with some other fellow council members as well. Congratulations to 30 years of service, wherever you're, if you are you in here? There you are. Yeah, I was looking for you. I saw you walk in a while ago. Just trying to find you there on the front row, Edward. But thank you. Congratulations to that. And don't forget, today is voting day. So if you have not voted early, you got till 7 o'clock tonight. Get out and vote. And with that, I pass.
Councilman Heredia.
Thanks for being here, everyone. Again, today is election day. Make sure we get out there and vote. I want to welcome the students from Keller Middle School today. And with that, I'll pass. Thanks.
Councilwoman Valerio. Councilman Guerrero.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Yes, please go vote. I need to go vote after here, so if I can't find a ride, I'll have Councilwoman Van Hout drive me there. Want to welcome our Rangers. Thank you for joining us. Very delightful to always have you here and see the process, and one day you all will occupy these seats. I know I don't want to be here forever. Want to give a special thanks to everyone who participated in our trunk or treat. All the police officers who were present, who were dressed up. I think I saw Chief dressed up as Buzz Lightyear or something. So I want to thank you. If you saw a big pig walking around, that was me. Want to also highlight Mr. Eddie Garza. Thank you for 30 years of service. Thank you for putting up with us for that long. We appreciate you. You're part of what makes the city great. Want to wish from the library department, library coordinator, Joyce Lloyd, a happy retirement as well, who was retiring this month as well. For that, I will pass and go Rangers.
Councilwoman Van Hout.
Well, I'd mentioned before that the county is working on plans for Spencer Highway to improve the safety. And last time I mentioned it, it turned out they were just having a small meeting for stakeholders, which anyhow, now they're having more public meetings. The closest one for us is San Jacinto Central, Building 16. It's Thursday, November 20th from 6 to 8. But they will have another one, if you can't get to that, Mathis Elementary in South Houston at 1500 Main. That's the day before, Wednesday the 19th from 6 to 8. The things that they are looking at are whether or not to put medians, which can make a difference on whether you can turn in somewhere where you normally turn in, whether to add bike paths, the width of the sidewalks. There are things that can affect drivers, walkers, and businesses. So if you're interested in the area, go have your say. The library is giving you one more opportunity to wear a costume. This Saturday the 8th, from 10 to 1, they're having Ichigo Con, which they have had for several years, and I just found out that that is Japanese for strawberry. They will have a tea ceremony, K-pop dance, games and crafts for all ages. So everyone has a chance to go have fun and act silly. And congratulations to the newest San Jacinto College board member, Chad Burke.
Thank you. Councilman Estrada.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Baker Ripley, the Pasadena campus, is having a food fair on November 11th. I believe that's next Tuesday on Veterans Day. It begins at 10 a.m., so for those families that need it, welcome to go there. Keller Middle School, welcome. Go Rangers. Always a pleasure to have you. Also, congratulations to our new San Jacinto College trustee, Chad Burke. And Mr. Garza, thank you for your service. 30 years is a long time, so we appreciate your service. And with that, I pass. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Dow.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to tell you all, thank you for being here to support local government, including our Rangers. I appreciate you guys being here. And I also want to take a moment to recognize Mr. Garza, too, for 30 years of service. It's, that type of dedication is what makes this city have a strong backbone. So we appreciate that. I also want to highlight that our recent town hall meeting was a huge success. It gave many of you a clearer picture of how our city operates, and we thank you for your engagement. The department directors also appreciated your questions and interest, and it really helped everyone get on the same page. I also want to share some good news for our local baseball enthusiasts. Our parks are finally getting those new scoreboards that have been long overdue. After working closely with the Pasadena Pony baseball folks and making a few calls, we finally got it done. I'm pleased to see this improvement for our kids and families. With that, I pass.
Thank you. Councilman Fuchler.
Good morning, everybody. As everybody else has shared, it's always great to see our students, so glad to see you guys here at Keller Middle School. I just want to remind everybody that this Friday and Saturday is the Sear and Serve Barbecue Cook-Off at the Pasadena Convention Center. It's a wonderful family-friendly event to celebrate our first responders. Information can be found online, and we'd love to see you out there. There's a lot of great things going on in our city, and we're glad that you're here to support our local government. Thank you. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, Councilman. I, too, would like to offer my congratulations to Eddie Garza for 30 exemplary years. You have helped so many people over the years that you probably will never know. Thank you to the service for the citizens of Pasadena. And welcome, Keller Middle School. It's always a pleasure to have y'all. And with that, that brings us to citizens wishing to speak. As always, I'd like to remind folks, please address council. Do not address the audience or call names out in the audience. So our first speaker today will be Stephen Alvarez.
Just to let everyone here know why I take a knee, and that when we're doing a Pledge of Allegiance, it's because we're in the United States. Okay, I have Jonathan Estrada there talk about veterans. They fought, died, and some survived to be with us, so we can have freedom of speech in this country. It's a precious thing to have. And to have someone just run over it, treat it like it's garbage, like the efforts by others are not important, and that exercising it makes you a villain is disgusting in the United States of America. It's a sad thing to see. I stood several times with veterans and helped them in their hour of need, their struggles here when they return. I have children just as beautiful as these children here, just as beautiful. I want them to have everything that I didn't have, just like any parent would. But yet, when I do a struggle to help a senior citizen who suffers from dementia, I do all I can to help that person. And I went down the proper channels. I got my permits. I passed my inspections. And because of corruption, the services of our city was weaponized against me. My police department, our police department, has been weaponized against me to silence me from speaking the truth. We all want to say, every one of y'all, council members, are honest people wanting to do the best for the city. I stood shoulder to shoulder with you, Shanevine, at Sagemont, in worship, in prayer. Is it because now you go to South Main Baptist that you pray to a different Jesus? It's the same thing. It's the same. There's only one Lord and Savior. And it seems like you forgot that. It seems like you're okay with coming over here and joining hand in hand with the thing you said was a black eye to Pasadena. What Jeff Wagner did, you are carrying that forward. You are doing that. It is very sad to see you come to me when you're running for mayor and tell me, hey, that corruption Jeff Wagner's doing comes to an end when I become mayor. It didn't. You enhanced it. You embraced it. You lied to the community. You lied to others. You lied to my face. You told me that this stops, but yet here it is. You spit in the face of the Constitution when I exercise freedom of speech. You violate my civil rights, and these children are going to grow up. They're different colors, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Mr.
Very
Alvarez,
much.
thank you. Our next speaker, Azelle Carter.
Morning, Mayor and
Morning.
council members. First, I want to say thank you to Councilman Fuchsler for talking about Sear and Serve. That's what I'm here to talk about today. This is our second annual Sear and Serve event. As I said, it's appreciation for all our first responders, and since we have a robust industry on the side of 225 that's next to us, also our emergency responders as well that work for our industry partners. There will be a 2-day event. It's going to be Friday and Saturday. It is a free event. The only thing that's going to be charged for is if you want to ride the carnival. We're also going to have a music event as well. On Saturday, we'll be having 3 musical artists. We'll have the Molly Ringwalds, we'll have the Big Jordan Band, and we'll also have the Slags. And that's going to be playing from 12 noon to 10 p.m. on Saturday. Friday is just going to be an event where we can come out. We'll have food trucks and the carnival. Myself and my team, Emergency Management, will be out there with our LEPC partners, and also joined by our friends from Deer Park and LaPorte and Baytown as well. So for all of you who come out, please come out, council members, and if you tell your constituents, please come out. Again, it's free. It's free. So they don't have to buy a ticket. So we want everybody to come out. Thank you to all the people who have sponsored. I think I said before with the EDC, those who have sponsored and gave a donation so that we can make this event free for everyone to come. And we're still taking donations if you still want to. All right. We won't say no to that. And ultimately, these donations are going to go forward to a scholarship fund for children who are graduating seniors, fallen first responders or emergency responders going to college. So this is an event that we started last year, and we really want to see it go forward and become something very popular here in Southeast Harris County, and we're excited that we can host it here in Pasadena. So thank you all for the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Mr. Eric Sanchez.
Yeah, so first I'd like to, good morning, I'm Eric Sanchez. I'd like to kind of admonish everybody here, remind you of the U.S. Constitution, the First Amendment, the Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, and Texas Government Code, Section 551.007. I have 3 minutes of public comment and can't suppress my speech but like last time with the made-up rules that you guys had. And really Showline was doing it. So if, I just want to spend 3 minutes openly stating that your Pasadena officers murdered Danny Stevens in 1976 and Moises L.L. in 1994, and, your officer Glenn Wells is part of it. I mean, he was an officer, he was taking the photos, and he obscured and avoided documenting the ligature mark on his neck. I mean, the most basic thing, it was his job. And very much the same way how whoever avoided taking the photos of Officer Jeff Ging's motorcycle helmet, the one they claimed that had the alleged bullet hole that was one of his causes of death. And it should be easy to just show it, because that would conclusively show that the whole story makes sense. But nobody took a photo of it, and then somebody took custody of it or took possession of it for like 2 decades and then returned it to to the property room, it seems like. And, you could deny this, but you guys don't. Like, it's just, that's weird. And, like, it's almost like you have blood on your hands and you're violating my rights to stop me. Like last week when your officer, code enforcement officer, Maggie Cates with with the other officers, Kalantar, badge 3671, and Officer Reese, badge 5710, they both threatened to take my sign unlawfully and pretty much to steal it. And then also they made a clear implication that force would be used if I didn't let it go. And Maggie Cates also solicited a trespass from the manager of the gas station, which is illegal. And the manager had no problem with what I was doing. So, and they gave me a citation. She kept claiming that I needed a permit. But then her citation says off-premise advertising, which that's not what I was doing. I'm not advertising a commercial business. So she's just straight up lying. And even Mr. Armstrong doubled down and said the same thing. He didn't care about what I was doing, said it was wrong. He even laughed and told me, oh, you think that what you're doing is making a difference. And he laughed about it. And that's sick. That's disgusting behavior from your own employees. And, what I was doing was wrong, then why did anybody give me a citation the next 3 days I was there? Like, because it was not illegal, and everybody knows it's not. So I just feel like this is all a bunch of fake Christianity that I keep hearing about, because I think you would do the right thing and just tell the truth.
Mr. Sanchez, thank you. Robert Jeter.
Good morning, Council. Last meeting, there seemed to be some confusion as to what the Texas Open Meeting Act does and does not allow. Name calling is different than referring to public figures, in this case elected officials, by name while criticizing the conduct of government. The right of citizens to redress grievances and refer to public officials by name is absolutely 100% protected, especially in case law like Garrison versus Louisiana. Any elected official who has a problem with this is free to resign their position and resume life as a private citizen. Otherwise, that is what you signed up for when you put your name on a ballot. Furthermore, as much as profanity can be considered detestable during comments to council, it is also protected and cannot be infringed. Prior to the last meeting, I spent several months touring every other municipality that borders Pasadena, as well as several others as part of a Civics in Exile tour. In no other city do rogue police officers send thugs to people's homes to seek to intimidate them from speaking to their government. In no other city do council members go out into the audience to attempt to incite altercations and then give false statement in attempts to work with rogue officers to arrest citizens. In no other city are violent, felonious dwarves recruited by members of council to disrupt meetings. Pasadena is the only city in which its council either permits or promotes this behavior. There is still no censure resolution on the agenda about this conduct, which is an absolute embarrassment to our city. I did hear about the incident where one member of our council during the last election went to the city of South Houston and made a vulgar comment in reference to knee pads and rednecks. I found it so appalling that a council member who represents our city would make these comments that on September 23rd, I went to the city of South Houston and apologized for Councilman Guerrero's behavior on behalf of the citizens of Pasadena. Their mayor and council acknowledged it did happen and graciously accepted the apology. Mayor, that's what leadership through strength looks like and how diplomatic relations tend to work. When you're ready, you know where to find me. Thank you, council.
Thank you, sir. John Langston.
Mr. Mayor, members of City Council, good morning. And thank you for this opportunity to speak at this meeting today. Although I have lived in Pasadena for 34 years, this is the first time I've come to a City Council meeting. But these are troubled times. After hearing on the news of the ICE raid in Pasadena on October 27th, including the attempted break-in of a home and threats of tear gas, reportedly without proper warrants being produced, I had a troubling experience myself the very next day. I was at the intersection of Allen Genoa and 225 about 8 a.m. And I noticed a landscaping truck and trailer across the intersection as I was waiting at the red light. All of a sudden, 3 or 4 black SUVs, all unmarked, but with emergency lights flashing, suddenly entered the intersection, blocking my way. After several minutes, the SUV in front of me sped away, but the landscaping truck and trailer were nowhere in sight. This was clearly not a routine traffic stop. I think these incidents are concerning for 2 reasons. First, there is a threat to public safety, especially to children and families, when excessively aggressive tactics are used. Secondly, there is the issue of due process. Whisking people away without proper warrants and other procedures to ensure their rights under the Constitution. To quote from the Fourth Amendment, "The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated." And again from the Fifth Amendment, "No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law." So, what am I asking you as mayor and city council to do? Only what Americans have done for over 250 years. Speak up. Tell ICE that we in Pasadena do not condone these tactics. We respect the law, expecting that all persons will be treated with the rights guaranteed to them under the Constitution. And I would appreciate it, Mr. Mayor, if you would let me know when actions have been taken by the city in this matter. And if I may, I'd like to give you a copy of my remarks. May I do that?
Okay, you can give it to Madam Secretary.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Keller Middle School.
Mayor and city council members. Keller is excited to return city council this year. For those on student council, for city council that may not know us, we are Keller Middle School ambassadors. Each of us represent our different homerooms. Just like you represent your district. A group of us come to city council meeting to learn about our city and government. Tomorrow, we will share our experiences with our homeroom class.
We are participating in the Pasadena Can Do Food Drive again this year. Last year, we won the contest by collecting over 3,000 pounds of food. We hope to collect even more this year to help Pasadena families in need. Rangers, lead the way.
All the way, Hood.
Thank y'all so much. Our next speaker, Rita Arando. Did I say that correctly?
It's Arredondo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. I was just here to say that, well, I usually call the City of Pasadena the hotline, and I love it. And also want to tell y'all that in 2020, I had my backyard worked on with the new pipeline. And on that pipeline, they said they would fix my fence and they would do everything right. They did, but you know, they did it. Later on in life, I kept calling, they'll come. I spoke to a gentleman named Mario Moreno, said, we'll get it done, never got it done. This year, I spoke to Theodore Gonzalez and Eddie Garza, and it was done. And I appreciated that it was done because all the time I was getting the runaround. I called and spoke to Theodore and Eddie and let them know that the crew that came out did an amazing job and I was very pleased. And they fixed the fence in the backyard to do that pipeline good. And I said, could you tell your workers they did a great job? I appreciate it. And now they're having another issue with the gentleman, and I believe it's 1515 Scarborough. He's been digging a hole, putting pipes, nearly fell into the hole. But it wasn't City of Pasadena's work, because I know their trucks, I know their vehicles, and the guy decided to do it upon himself, and he covered it up over the weekend on Sunday, and I don't think that was right, and he got the City of Pasadena's, I guess those yellow cones, throw them on his yard, and I didn't feel that was right for him to do that, because the city needs to come and get that, but this gentleman that dug that big hole there, his name was Daniel, I don't know his last name, he, if my niece didn't see that hole, I would have fell in that hole. But the guys, your crew, they do an amazing job, but except it's the people, I guess you could say, that don't respect. But I just want to let you know that I'm very, very pleased with y'all's workers. They did amazing jobs. And one more. 321 Alan Genoa Road in Alan Genoa Rebla in Allen Jail, Genoa. It used to be back in the day when I was little, it was the dump truck where y'all would do dumping this stuff. And there's an old house there. When y'all gonna destroy that house? They don't even have unsafe in there, and it's really, really bad. That's the only thing that really catches my eye every time I go down to Sam's. So, that's
Thank you,
it.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Ms. Tish Eubanks.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. Welcome to November, okay? It's been a busy couple of months, but November even gets busier because we started today with the Pasadena Food Drive. And the first pickup was today with schools. And so I just wanted to let you know that because we have 52 schools who are participating in the Pasadena Food Drive. And we wouldn't have a food drive if it weren't for the Pasadena schools. And so they are starting today to pick that food up. And we're really excited to see who's going to win. I think Keller is probably going to pull through because they do a great job every year. So that's going on, and I wanted y'all to know about it. And then the next thing I wanted to tell you about was the McDonald's Texas Invitational. And I put a media guide in front of you so that you could use it as a resource because this is the largest high school basketball tournament in the state of Texas, and it's held right here in Pasadena. A lot of people don't realize that, but it's a great thing. And on November the 20th, we will have 80 high school basketball teams, their parents, their manager, their coaches, and they will converge on Pasadena in order to try to obtain that coveted trophy of the McDonald's Texas Invitational. It's a very prestigious tournament, and it is, most sports enthusiasts will whisper that if you want to see who's going to win the state high school basketball tournament, you just go to Pasadena because whoever wins the McDonald's Texas Invitational usually goes on to win the state. And they say the road to state in high school basketball begins in Pasadena. Also, I wanted you to be aware that the tournament last year brought in $2.7 million in one weekend to our city. That's huge. And they've already booked up 4 hotels in Pasadena where every room is booked because it's not just the basketball teams that come with them. It's their parents and it's their friends and it's the schools that come to support them. Those people stay here, they eat here, they play here, and it's such a big deal for us to host this tournament. And so if you have a chance, and if you look in here, you're going to see even the students to watch is on the back page, and it talks about these students from all over the state are the ones that the recruiters are watching. So that's pretty interesting. And you'll see all the brackets, too, because they'll all pool play on Thursday. It starts on Thursday, the 20th, and then it's Friday, and then Saturday evening, the champions will be named at Phillips Gym. And I hope you all will come out and support the McDonald's Texas Invitational. And if you get a chance to shout out to any school that's participating in the food drive, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Christina Womack.
Good morning, Mayor and City Council members. As you all know, the Chamber's purpose is to connect, advocate, serve, and educate for our community. So I want to talk about 4 things today. First, connect. As you heard, Taste of the Town is this Thursday. It's our largest event of the year, focused on showcasing local businesses, restaurants, and companies that do so much for our community. And so I want to thank the city for your partnership in this event and for the EDC for sponsoring the Outdoor Loves Local Vendor Market. You can purchase tickets online. We hope all of you received your invitations to join us on Thursday to come support local and vote for the coveted People's Choice Award based off of what you taste that night. A stands for advocacy. As you heard, it's election day. We've at the Pasadena Chamber do take positions on policy that is good and positive for business in our community. And so we are encouraging all citizens to go vote on the 17 amendments. If you're not sure what all is on the ballot, on the Pasadena Chamber website, you can go to the advocacy tab and get an overview of that. We are asking you to vote yes for Prop 4. This is for critical infrastructure investment for water infrastructure across the state for aging and damaged water. So encouraging everybody to vote yes for that. S stands for serve. Tish talked about the Texas Invitational Basketball Tournament. The Pasadena Chamber is a proud major sponsor, just like the city for this tournament. But one of the things we also do is to help bring all the volunteers to help staff the tournament. It takes more than 500 volunteers across all the departments. We specifically recruit volunteers who want to sell tickets and t-shirts and be the face at the games. There's 10 different gyms across Pasadena and Deer Park, and you can sign up to serve a shift. We have about 20 more volunteer slots open over the 3-day tournament. You can find information out about how to serve on the Chamber website or on texasinvitational.com. If you have folks looking for community service hours or companies who want to go volunteer with their employees, you can do that as well. And lastly, E for educate. So one of the things that the Chamber focuses on is making sure that we're providing resources, not just to our businesses, but also to our community. Councilman Estrada shared about Baker Ripley's food drive. We want to make sure that everybody knows that there are 8 current Pasadena food pantries open in Pasadena with varying times and days. So for families that are in need, so you can go to the Pasadena Chamber website under resources, food pantry. The Chamber runs a nonprofit network, and so nonprofits, all these food pantries are a part of that. They gather monthly to make sure that they're equipped to help run and do the work for our community as nonprofit organizations. So if you know of constituents in need or folks in need, you can visit the nonprofit network for services that our nonprofits offer, or for food pantry service support. Those are listed on the Chamber website as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Selena Hope.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm Selena Hope. I'm a native Pasadenian, and I believe you're in my district, or I'm in your district. I've been having trouble with my house sinking like 4 inches all on one side for the last 8 years for sure, and it was before that. My mother lived there, and I inherited her debt and her problem. I ended up in the pouring rain digging a trench for 3 days in a row, and to do the best I could to fix the problem, because every time it rains, all the water has been converted to where it washes out my house because of a new housing bill, and then the water pipe that was mentioned earlier. They had some construction work done in the field next to my house, and when they redid it, they made the land about 4 inches higher, so all the water, which is against the law in Texas, to detour water like that to someone else's property. And that's the reason my house is sinking. When I came to talk to engineer department about it, about 5 times, I finally got seen, and we had a big projector like you have there, And I pointed out the problem, and they realized what I was talking about. And he said, well, you're on the list, but you're on the back burner list. But in the meantime, it looks like you fixed the problem when I dug that in the pouring rain for 3 days in a row. Well, it did not fix the problem. Recently, 2 weeks ago on Friday, I heard a jackhammer out there close by, 2 houses down or so, and I went to see what was going on, and I said, all right, they're finally going to put some drainage in. Thank goodness somebody listened, and I was so glad. It was right before it started raining real bad here recently. And I walked and looked, and I saw how great the water was all draining there. I was like, finally, I got off the back burner list. And then by Sunday night, I guess the guy that lives there hired a concrete truck to fill up the drain. They just fixed. They hadn't quite finished it. They had the cones there to keep people from driving in it. And then next thing I know, there's no drain now. It's flush with the street. So I'm just wanting to know, what can I do? I called these people for free estimates. I've been remodeling my house all these years since Harvey. And actually 2 months before Harvey, it's because I had to do everything twice. And these people told me, professional home experts, the only way to fix the problem, I can't do any more work on my house until that fault line or whatever it's called is fixed. And he said the only way to fix it is these 3 houses, mine being in the middle, need to be demolished, and the land has to be evened out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Matching the
Thank you.
field. So what are we going to do?
Thank
You're
you.
going to call me? I left you a message.
All right, at this time, I'd like to invite up our HR Director, Ms. White, and Eddie Garza.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. It's my pleasure today to recognize Eddie Garza for his lengthy service to the city of Pasadena. Eddie works in the Street and Bridge Department, and he's being recognized for having 30 years of service. So thank you so much, Eddie, for your hard work and dedication to the city.
Thank you. Congratulations, sir. And with that, that brings us to presentations of minutes. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion Guerrero, second Fuchler. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Progress payments. May I have a motion? Guerrero, Estrada, second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Personnel changes A, C, and D. May I have a motion?
Mayor. Finance
Motion Dow.
Mayor, finance resolution.
I'm sorry, finance resolution. Motion Guerrero, second by Fuchler. Any questions?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
regarding financial resolutions, I want to abstain with any financial resolutions pertaining to LJA Engineering.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I had a motion by Guerrero and a second by Fuchler. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any noes? Motion carries. Personnel changes A, C, and D. May I have a motion? Motion. Motion Guerrero, second Dow. Any questions? Yes, sir.
On personnel changes, I would like to welcome back Ms. Lynn Summers. I know she's worked for the city prior, and so we just want to welcome you back, and I look forward to working with you, and I know you'll do a great job for the city, so welcome back. And also welcome our new EDC director, so looking forward to his partnership and his work here to our city. With that, I pass. Thank you.
Councilman Guerrero.
So on personnel changes, I do appreciate that you made it a point to bring our new hires to the council meeting. Thank you, Mayor. Welcome. One of the best cities in the state, I believe. I support it, right, Mayor? You support it? One of the best states in the city. One of the best cities in the state. So welcome to Pasadena. Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That brings us to introduction of our New city employees, Ms. White.
Okay, first we have Dina Guevara, Office Assistant 1 in Permits. Thank you. And then we have Angel Perez, Parks Worker 1 in Parks, and actually he was part-time and now he's full-time. And then we have Gerardo Rodriguez, a Utility Maintenance Tech 2 in Wastewater Maintenance. And next we have Jose Rodriguez, a Utility Worker 1 in Street and Bridge. And then Christy Skinner, a Utility Maintenance Tech 1 in Wastewater Maintenance. And last, we have Carlos Torres, a Building Tech 5 in Electrical.
Motion.
So thank you.
May I have a motion? Motion by Estrada, second by Guerrero. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. That brings us to final readings. Madam Secretary.
Ordinance 2025-206, 2025-207, 2025-208, 2025-209, 2025-210, 2025-211, 2025-212, 2025-213, 2025-214.
I have a motion by Councilman Dow, second by Councilman Styron. Any questions?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
ordinance 2025-208 and 2025-209, I would like to abstain from vote.
Thank you, sir. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Mayor, I'm voting no to 208 and 209.
Okay, Madam Secretary. Thank you. Motion carries. First readings, Madam Secretary.
Ordinance 2025-215, authorizing, approving, amending Ordinance 1996-207, a lease agreement by and between the City of Pasadena, Texas, and Harris Health System, previously called Harris County Hospital District, for the property known as Strawberry Health Center, Pasadena, Texas, 77506. Ordinance 2025-216, authorizing, approving education and certification license incentive pay for all civilian full-time employees effective December 22nd, 2025. See Exhibit A for requirements. Ordinance 2025-217, authorizing the amendment of the city marshal's salary structure, Exhibit A, effective December 22, 2025. Ordinance 2025-218, amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Pasadena, Texas at Chapter 2, Administration, Article 3, Personnel, by repealing Ordinance 2020-18, thereby deleting Division 2 Travel Authorization and Expense Policy Guide, Sections 257 through 266.1, providing a repealing clause, providing a savings clause, and providing a severability clause. Ordinance 2025-219, authorizing, approving the annual maintenance agreement by and between the City of Pasadena, Texas, and Suberon LLC for the Community Plus Finance Plus System Software Maintenance and appropriating the amount of $205,546.78. Ordinance 2025-220, authorizing, approving a contract renewal for Microsoft Office software licensing from SHI Government Solutions Incorporated, utilizing Texas Department Information Resource Contract number DIR CPO 5237, and appropriating the amount of $162,280. Ordinance 2025-221, authorizing, approving amendment to Ordinance 2024-263 and an agreement with LJA Engineering Incorporated for Geographic Information System Services for a total appropriation of $210,000 to extend the time for performance in Section 4 of the agreement. Ordinance 2025-222, authorizing, approving renewal of contract with J.P. Morgan Chase through the City of Fort Worth's cooperative for the procurement card program. Ordinance 2025-223, authorizing, approving a contract with Automated Logic Contracting Services Incorporated to convert the main library's HVAC controls utilizing buy board contract number 72023. Ordinance 2025-224, authorizing, approving a contract with Automated Logic Contracting Services Incorporated to convert the police department HVAC controls utilizing buy board contract number 72023. Ordinance 2025-225, an ordinance to approve the salary structures Exhibit A, B, C, D, and E, and provide a cost of living increase of 3.0% of base salary for all full-time non-classified civilian employees, part-time non-classified civilian employees whose standard hours equal 20 or more, excluding both seasonal lifeguards in Class Code 2840 and 15220, and seasonal recreation employees in Class Code 2851 and 15230, and Pasadena police officers' salary structure to be adjusted accordingly are the exempt and non-exempt civilian personnel Exhibit A, Pasadena Police Exhibit B, and Fire Marshal Exhibit C, City Marshal Exhibit D, and Police Service Officers Salary Chart Exhibit A, effective December 22nd, 2025, for employees hired on or before October 31st, 2025. Ordinance 2025-226, an ordinance authorizing an increase in education pay for Pasadena police officers, Pasadena City Marshals, and Pasadena Fire Marshals to the amounts of $100 for associate's degree, $200 for bachelor's degree, and $300 for postgraduate degree. Exhibit A for requirements. Ordinance 2024-224, previously authorized education pay for the Pasadena Police Department. Ordinance 2025-227, an ordinance to increase pay for Texas Commission on Law Enforcement Proficiency Certification for sworn officers, including Pasadena City Marshals and Pasadena Fire Marshals. The pay would increase per month to $200 for intermediate, $300 for advanced, and $400 for master certification. The effective date for this increase would be 12/22/25. Certification pay for Pasadena police officers was previously authorized by Ordinance 2006-4. Ordinance 2025-228. Authorizing approving the acceptance of a grant from the Texas General Land Office for Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery Reallocation Program in the amount of $9 million for Golden Acres Wastewater Treatment Plant Solid System Improvements in Vince Bayou Wastewater Treatment Plant Solid System Improvement CIP numbers WW093 and WW098 projects, and appropriating $1,443,200 from the System Fund Retained Earnings Account.
May I have a motion? Motion Estrada, second Fuchsler. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
voting no to, ready? B, C, E, G, K, L, and M.
I'm going to repeat this real quick. B, C, E, G, K, L, and I missed the last
M.
M. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mayor, I'd like to abstain from first reading, item G.
Make that note, Madam Secretary. Motion carries. Resolutions, Madam Secretary.
Resolution 2025-191, accepting an in-kind donation of prizes for Lotteria event valued at $40 from Divinity Hospice for use by the Parks and Recreation Department in connection with the Madison Job Senior Center. Resolution 2025-192, accepting an in-kind donation of prizes for Lotteria event valued at $75 from the Serenity Gardens for use by the Parks and Recreation Department in connection with the Madison Job Senior Center. Resolution 2025-193, accepting a monetary donation in the amount of $1,000 from Pasadena Market for use by the Parks and Recreation Department in connection with the City of Pasadena annual Christmas tree lighting event. Resolution 2025-194, approving the financial report of investment activities submitted by the City of Pasadena for the fiscal quarter ended September 30th, 2025. Resolution 2025-195, approving the quarterly compiled financial statement of the City of Pasadena, Texas, one for the 3 months ended December 31st, 2024, as submitted by Crow LLP, Certified Public Accountants. Resolution 2025-196, authorizing the City of Pasadena Parks and Recreation Department to accept $250 monetary donation from Bass and Meineke. Resolution 2025-197, accepting a donation of $100 from Florinda Mongan for use by the Neighborhood Network in connection with the Team Up to Clean Up 2025, account number 006-2430303. Resolution 2025-198, accepting a donation of $1,000 from PSC Group Helping Hands Foundation for use by Volunteer Pasadena in connection with the Pasadena Food Drive 2025. Resolution 2025-199, a resolution designating a representative and alternate to the Houston-Galveston Area Council 2026 General Assembly.
Motion Dow, second Styron. Any questions?
Mayor,
Councilwoman Valerio.
Pasadena Market, there's been a lady who's coming up here saying that she has the same name as another close by. Do you know which? Is this the lady who's come to speak to us, Pasadena Market, or is this the one that's confused? The one that comes to speak? Okay, thank you, that's my question.
I'll need to get clarification for you, okay?
Okay.
Councilman Guerrero.
Yes, on resolution I, a resolution designating a representative and alternate to the Houston Galveston Area Council 2026 General Assembly, HGAD. That's a board that manages almost billions of dollars from surrounding counties. I wish we would have had a more in-depth conversation about this. I wish we would have vetted our candidate a bit more. And I know we defaulted to candidate, but I just think we need to be more intentional about that and transparent on it. So I will be voting no on that for that reason.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions?
Mayor, on that item, it's my understanding you're the
Which item are you speaking to?
Item
I, yes, so it's my understanding you're the first representative and the alternate's Cardinals, Councilman Heredia, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm voting for that.
Mayor, just point on that. Again, I'm not voting against the candidates. I'm voting against the process.
Thank you, sir. So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No on item I.
No on item E.
Madam Secretary, did you record those?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. And with that, that concludes our November 4th, 10 a.m. morning council meeting. God bless and have a wonderful week. Thank you.